Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm so excited to be doing this because it's going to be my July favorites, and I don't really post that many favorites videos, but I really want to get in the habit of start doing monthly favorites because month to month my makeup routine doesn't really change too much, but I definitely have a collection of favorites that I just can't get my hands off of. And this month particularly, I just have so many favorites. To me, it looks like I have a lot of favorites. So let's just get started. So the first favorite is skincare, and this is the Michael Todd Sonic Clear Elite. Now, if you guys know, I used to have the Sonic Clear Elite, and I did a review on it. I will link it down below, and it was on the purple one. So the purple one was actually the first model, and since then they have redesigned it. They've done a couple different things with it, improved it, because mine actually broke. My original Sonic Clear broke, and I was completely devastated because, okay, I'll be honest, I wasn't that devastated, but then I started noticing my skin was breaking out a ton. And my skin doesn't just break out like, oh, like a little pimple here and there. It was getting pimples, but I was also getting like acne, and it was getting really irritated and red. And I had no idea what was going on. And the Sonic Clear was the only thing that was missing in my skincare routine. So after that, I started using this. They were so nice to send me the newer model because they told me that the older model had some glitches in it and that the newer one is a lot better, and so far I've been loving it. I want to do a dedicated review, like side by side, the comparison between the two, but so far my skin is back to normal. It's not like red and inflamed anymore. I do have a couple breakouts, but I think that's like the healing process because of the fact that I was without a Sonic Clear for about 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks or something. It was a long time. So those whole weeks my skin was just so bad, but this is a game changer in your skincare routine. So the next product is going to be about oils. I have been obsessed with oils this summer, which makes no sense because if you think about it, the summertime is more about mattifying because I have very oily skin, but I've noticed that when I add an oil to my skincare routine, my skin actually doesn't get as oily as it used to when I was using a lot of mattifying products. And another thing is I've just been obsessed with oils because of the glow that it gives your skin and just the way they feel so luxurious, and they just leave your skin so incredibly soft. Now, the one I've been really using, I actually have two, but the first one is the 100% pure organic argan oil. Now, I'm not sure if it's this argan oil, to be honest, or if it's just argan oil in general. I've never used argan oil like straight up in any other brand, any other company, but this is purely just 100% certified organic pure argan oil. Now, I will always put this disclaimer out. I do work for 100% pure, so that's why I will be talking a lot about 100% pure products, just because those are the most easily accessible products for me because I do work at headquarters. But for that reason, I just use a lot of their products, and I'm noticing that I've just been obsessed with a lot of them. But specifically this month, I was obsessed with argan oil, and I'm probably going to be obsessed with this stuff forever. I would bathe in this if I could. It leaves my skin so dewy but not greasy looking. I only use this really at night all over my face. I've been using this in my hair because I've been obsessed with my hair. I've been using this as my eyelash conditioner instead of using Vaseline like I used to. And the next facial oil I've been loving has been the Olay Regenerist Luminous Facial Oil Daily Treatment. Now, this is more of a blend of a bunch of different oils, whereas the argan oil is strictly just argan oil. I have the ingredients up, and honestly, guys, this is not that bad. The ingredients list is really good. It's mainly grapeseed oil, apricot kernel oil, sunflower oil, and a bunch of different oils. This does smell like orange. Yeah, it smells like oranges or some type of a citrus oil, but it does have orange peel oil, so that's probably where that fragrance is coming in. So those two oils have just been my favorite. It just, I've just been loving, obsessed with oils recently. Let's see. Okay, let's go on to sunscreen. So if I could give any recommendation on anti-aging or just making your skin look better throughout the years, it's sunscreen. No matter what, I think if you go out in the sun, if you just go outside in general, you should always wear sunscreen. Lots of people have been telling me this, you know, older people especially telling me, wear your sunscreen, and now I completely understand why. It's so beneficial. I would love to do a Skin Quest video on sunscreens actually, but until then, the one I've been using religiously has been the 100% pure argan oil moisturizer. I think just the fact that I've also just been obsessed with argan oil. Now this does have, it's a physical sunscreen, so it is kind of white. I'll swatch it on the back of my hand. Now, white sunscreens used to scare me a lot because I don't really want that white cast look on my foundation, but I usually wear this underneath my foundation. As you can see, it's pretty white, but it blends into the skin really well. And also the fact that I put a foundation on top of it, it kind of just doesn't make my skin look so ashy and pale, but this blends in really well. So my next favorite is my light toning water, and this I got in Japan. I do believe you can get this in the United States. Don't quote me on that. I will try to find a link below for you guys, but this has glycerin in it, so I've been using this as a setting spray. It leaves my skin really nice and dewy also, but not too like greasy dewy, but just leaves like a I don't want to say a film, but it almost leaves like a film of moisture. I've just been loving the way it settles down any powder, because I always set my foundation with powder, and I can notice in the summertime it can just look a little too, I want to say ashy is the best word, and this kind of just melts everything down, and it sets my makeup pretty well. Not amazing, but I just love it for the finish it gives on my skin. So I've been really liking this. I put this in a spray bottle, which I don't see around me right now, but I usually put this in a spray bottle and then mist it when I'm done with my foundation. I actually have had this for a very long time. One of the first videos on my YouTube channel was a review of this back when I was in high school. And I loved it back then, and I kind of just forgot about it. And then the other day I saw it in my hair. I recently just re-bleached my hair, and it was pretty fried. So I wanted to give this another whirl, and it's an oil, and I've just been obsessed with oils. So I really wanted to try it. Again, it has a very distinctive smell. I remember when I first used it, I hated the smell. It's very high in like an incense smell, but oh, it smells so good to me now. It smells very earthy and natural. And I did look online because I want to repurchase this because there's nothing left in this. There's pretty much nothing left. And I'm obsessed with it because it makes my hair so incredibly soft and smooth, and it just feels good. It has like, it's like lightweight, but it's smooth at the same time. It doesn't weigh my hair down too much if I just use a little bit on the ends especially. Now I looked up online, and it looks like they reformulated this because they actually don't sell this in Sephora, which is where I bought it initially, and now they don't sell it in Sephora now, so I have no idea where to buy this. They do have it on Macy's, but I've been seeing some reviews on Amazon saying that they've reformulated and it's worse. So I'm really nervous about that because I really like this. And it also says that they changed like the fragrance in it. I guess people were complaining about the fragrance because it was too strong. I think the fragrance smells so good, so I'm going to be really sad if they actually did change the fragrance. But I do plan on repurchasing this, even if the formula is a little bit different, and we'll see about that. But I just really been enjoying this. Okay, so my next favorite, I'm kind of going back and forth between skincare and then hair, and I'm going back to skincare, but I did want to quickly mention this. So this is the new 100% pure multivitamin cream. Now, I wasn't on, not that I wasn't on the team, but how do you say this? Like, I was an intern when they were developing this product, and I came up with the concept and everything. So I personally didn't work on this, but Susie and the team did such an amazing job with this night cream because I'm obsessed. It is a new launch. I think they launched this in May or June. I actually don't remember, but whenever we have new launches, headquarters does get like gratis for it, and it's so good. The texture of this is so thick and rich and buttery, but it's not any way greasy or too thin. I know that I mentioned my favorite skincare routine video about the Charlotte LaCroix night cream, and that has a really similar texture to it. Just a really luxurious feeling night cream that's just perfect, and this has the same thing. And my skin just feels really moisturized, and the next day I do notice my skin just feeling a little looking feeling brighter. It feels brighter and it looks brighter. I'm just really obsessed with it. I do like the fact that it is in a dark jarred glass because again, like light can sometimes change the formula a little bit, so I don't have to worry too much about, you know, where I store this or anything, but make sure I don't keep it in the light too often. But really obsessed with it. Love this cream. So now we're going on to the fun part, which is cosmetics, and I have a lot of face cosmetics. I have no eye cosmetics. I didn't even realize that, but let's just get on to the fun ones. So the first one I want to talk to you guys about is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer with SPF 15 in Reserve Your Cabana. This is not a bronzer whatsoever. This is a definite highlighter, and this stuff is beautiful. It's huge, first of all. Like, this is like the size of like my cheek. And the second thing is that it doesn't have an overpowering glow or shimmer to it. It just kind of gives a really subtle glow, but it's there. I use this like all over my body today. Like all this shimmeriness you see on my chest, this is all of this. I just love it so much. I use it on the tops of my cheekbones. Not today, but I do usually use this for just a subtle glow. And I just love this for the summertime because it just hits it hits the light really well. But I also use this as my highlighter in the winter time because it's not so shiny. It just gives you a little hint of a glimmer. But for the summertime especially, I'm all about the glow, so I want a highlighter on my face to be a little bit stronger, but for the body, I don't want it to be too overpowering, just like a nice subtle glow when I walk or I hit the light the right way. So that's what this is. It's so amazing and it's so affordable, so I really love that. The next is kind of in between a bronzer and a highlighter. So this is the Laura Geller Baked Body Frosting in Tahitian Glow. The size is great because it is an all over face and body glow. I do use this mainly on my face as kind of like a subtle bronzy glow to my skin. I don't want to contour too much. I just kind of want that like dimension, but something like shimmery because it's summer and I'm just all about shimmering and glowing and oils and stuff. It's more of a neutral tone than like an orange tone, but it's a really pretty just natural bronze. And as you can see, the shimmer in that, oh, so pretty, and it just goes on so smooth and it blends really evenly as well. The next bronzer I've killed. Like, this is so messy how much I used it. This is the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Talc Free Airbrushing Bronzer with SPF 30, which is great. Again, SPF is great. As you can see, it's just like hit pan, like multiple places, but I'm obsessed with this bronzer. This is my favorite bronzer at the drugstore because it's matte, but it definitely has this subtle glow to it. And this is definitely more orangey than the Laura Geller, but this just gives my skin that extra bronzy glow that I need. So as you can see, compared to the Laura Geller, it's a lot more orangey, but it's also not as glowy. But in the pan, there's definitely some sort of a glow in it, but it's not flat. It's not a flat matte. It's almost just like a satin. So incredibly pretty. I'm going to go over my favorite blush combo of July has been the Physicians Formula. Again, this is from the same line as the bronzer. This is the Mineral Talc Wear Mineral Airbrushing Blush in SPF 30. Again, great in Rose. Oh, did I mention this is in the shade Bronzer? Okay, bronzer is in the shade Bronzer. And then the blush is in Rose. This blush is the perfect pink color. Now, it looks pretty loud in the pan, but I promise it does not go on this loud at all. Again, this is more of a matte, but it has some sort of a glow to it, and it's the perfect pink for my skin because pinks can kind of look a little dollish on me, but this one doesn't. It's just a really pretty, like, youthful pink glow, and it's a little bit more of a muted down pink. It's not like a hot pink or anything, but it's so beautiful for the summertime. Now, I do like the glow in the summer, and this just doesn't really give you a glow, but it just gives you that youthful radiance, and it also blends really well into the skin. But on top of that, I use the Milani Luminoso. Now, this is like a cult favorite on YouTube, and it for a very good reason. It is the prettiest overlay blush for me. So this on its own is a, I don't know what this is. It's really just like a orangey color to me. I think of orange when I see this, but it has the most beautiful sheen to it. It's not too shimmery. There's definitely shimmers in here, but it's not glittery. A lot of the blushes in this line, I see them and I'm like, God, there's so much glitter in that, but this is just shimmery. Now on top, okay, so first of all, on its own, it's pretty, but on my skin, I don't know. It doesn't really look the best on my skin alone. So this is Luminoso, and as you can see, has an amazing glow to it. But I use it on top of Rose by Physicians Formula, and it just gives the prettiest combination. Just glowy, but pinky, but a little corally. The next is the Laura Geller Luscious Lips lipstick in the color Cherry Sorbet, which is what I have on my lips right now. So what I like to do, because it's pretty loud, like it's right there. It's just a really pretty hot fuchsia color, but it's a little bit more muted down than that. I think it's great for the summertime. I just use the tiniest bit on my lips, and then I just dab it in with like my finger or something. Now it will transfer, like, I don't know if you can see that, just by like touching my lips. It already did transfer a little bit, but the color is just so fun. I'm really more into like neutral tone colors, like Your Lips But Better colors. I'm not really into loud lips, but I think this is like a perfect medium between a super loud lip and something a little bit more muted. I've just been really enjoying the color. So that is it for my video on my July favorites. I know it's a lot. I actually will, like, I can promise you that the next favorites that I have to come will probably be a lot less products and a lot shorter, just because I just had so many favorites the past months because I haven't done a favorites video. So this is more of like a July, June, May favorites. I've been consistently using a lot of these for the past 3 months. So that's it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your favorites videos. Let me know what your favorites in any of the skincare categories that I mentioned, especially if you have an oil that you really love, because I'm obsessed with oils. Anyways, that's it for my video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in my next. Bye!